Dear students, we have come to the last part of lesson 11, a shipwrecked sailor. Robinson Crusoe, who had found shelter on a desolate island after being shipwrecked, worked hard to make the island habitable, find a shelter for him, and find food and provisions for him. Now he had started exploring the island. He had found a part of the island full of fruit trees. He calls it the Valley of Fruits. He carried great parcels of fruit homeward, and he returned home from the Valley of Fruits after 3 days. We are starting from that point. Open your book at page 87. I was tempted to transfer my habitation to this Valley of Fruits. Tempted. To tempt means to make someone greedy, prolovito kora. So Robinson Crusoe had a temptation. What was the temptation? That he would transfer. Transfer means to shift, shoriye niye jawa. To transfer my habitation. Habitation means dwelling place. To this Valley of Fruits. That means Robinson Crusoe had a great desire to shift to the Valley of Fruits, because there he would get many fruits every day and the food problem would be solved. I did not, but Crusoe did not transfer his habitation because I still hoped to be rescued by some passing ship on the sea. Robinson Crusoe had a hope that one day a ship might pass by and the sailors of the ship would rescue him, would take him home. But if he stayed near the sea, only then he would see the ship and the sailors of the ship would see him. সমুদ্রের কাছে থাকলে তবেই জাহাজের নাবিকরা তাকে দেখতে পাবে. If he shifts to the Valley of Fruits, which is further inland, যেটা আরো ভেতরের দিকে, then the crew of the ship would not see him. I did not want to enclose myself in hill and woods. Enclose. To enclose means to surround. ঘিরে ফেলা. If he shifted to the Valley of Fruits, then he would be surrounded by hills and woods, and he would never see the ship. I stayed in view of the sea. So Robinson Crusoe decided that he would remain at a place from where the sea can be seen. 10 months had passed since I had set foot on this island. In the meantime, Crusoe had spent 10 months on the desolate island. Previously, I had no lamp after dark. Robinson Crusoe found it difficult to dispel darkness. অন্ধকার দূর করতে তার অসুবিধা হচ্ছিল because he had no lamp. I collected a little tallow and a small clay dish. Tallow means fat, animal fat. He collected a little animal fat. He also collected a dish made of clay, mati dish. To this I added a wick. Wick means the part of the candle that burns. Banglaয় বলে সলতে. He added a wick to the clay dish. I had thus made myself a lamp. In this way, Crusoe made a lamp. The animal fat would serve as the fuel. ওটাই হবে জ্বালানি. I now began to seriously consider the circumstance I was reduced to. Circumstance means condition. Crusoe now thought of the conditions surrounding him. I decided to describe my state of affairs in writing. He wanted to put his experience in black and white. To put in black and white means to write. He decided that he would put his experience in black and white. লিখে রাখবেন. I began to keep a journal of every day's employment. Journal means a diary. He tried to maintain a diary where he wrote about his day-to-day experiences. I could not include all particulars because gradually I ran out of ink. Ran out of ink. The preposition of is missing. of preposition ta nei jog kore debe. But Crusoe could not write about all his experiences because the ink was exhausted. Kali shesh hoye gelo. I found by the notches I cast on the post, it was September 30 again. If you remember how Crusoe maintained the measure of time, what did he do? He cut with his knife upon a large post the date of his landing, and every day he put a notch with his knife. Now Crusoe counted the number of notches. কতগুলো দাগ দিয়েছেন বললেন, and then he realized that it was September 30 again. If you remember, on September 30, the previous year, 1659, Crusoe had landed on the island. That means 365 days had passed since he had set foot on the island. I had spent 365 days on this island. Crusoe spent 1 year on the island. Our piece comes to an end. If you want to know what happened to Crusoe, many years after, he was rescued by a ship, and meanwhile, he had also found an assistant on the island. He had found a man on the island, and he named him Man Friday because he had found him on Friday. So, this is the adventure of Robinson Crusoe. We have finished it. Your homework, page number 88-89, question number, exercise number 1-2-3. Page 88-89, exercise 1-2-3. Solve them, I will send you the answers. So this prose piece comes to an end. Our syllabus is almost finished. I will organize a test for you. Thank you.